Oh, Dave Loggins.
Do you have him?
This
A
one
beautiful spring day.
with the words.
Azaleas blooming, fresh green grass,
Hats,
plastic cups,
green chairs.
Nikki laughing,
Blair.
Visors.
Jack.
Allergies.
more plastic cups.
Penalty areas.
Azaleas.
Vases? Nice vase, mate.
Spieth hitting it into the water.
Over
Sergio.
and over.
Over.
And Spieth and
over.
Reed are
And
not,
over again.
Spieth and Reed are not talking anymore.
No.
Aw,
So-
that's a pity.
Another thing, we walked
He's
by,
got one number.
we were coming up 18, or going to find 18, but we looked off to our left, and I think it was 15T. I'm not sure, but DJ was teeing off. Remember the driver that he hit into that wind?
Yeah, he was yelling at us, remember?
Well, it was you.
He's like, get out of the way.
He was yelling at you because Nikki was
Oh.
cracking up, and we said something, and she was laughing so hard.
That happens a lot.
But do you remember that drive? We turned to our left, and DJ was hitting. We were walking. I think it was 15
Yeah.
going out into the wind, and it just kept going.
Didn't it just like
And
sizzle
going.
through the air?
And I just went,
Well, we
oh
watched
my
the-
God,
the-
I've never seen it.
The part
hit
that I
into the
remember,
wind, that's
and
solid.
the one that you and I saw in the wind was two of the guys. It was Dustin and Sergio.
Yeah, so I said DJ.
Oh, I thought you said VJ.
No,
I was like VJ.
DJ into the wind. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
we were just shaking our heads.
DJ, that was
And-
amazing. I was actually kind of scared because we were up probably 30 yards, 40 yards from where he was teeing off. So out in front of him, and you could see the face of the club and the ball, and I thought,
we're thinking different shot.
And I
So
thought,
we
oh.
were right behind. Mike could have been talking to
We
Rosie.
were
at that time.
walking
behind. Yeah, we looked at
Yeah.
he was teeing off
and we looked,
directly that
and
way.
the ball came
just
just sizzling through the air.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
because I just remember how windy it was at that moment and how perfect he hit it. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just flushed. I'm like, wow. And it was down 15 down the hill. I mean, he's over the hill. There's just pretty impressive stuff.
yeah.
And how tight 18 is. Remember how
Oh, my
tight
God.
18
Really tight.
really is? We walked down to that tee box, went, whoa.
Yeah.
You know, for you guys that hit those little power fades, man, that's cut. You know, you got to be pretty accurate for like 150 yards of tree line.
Oh God.
So,
yeah.
the Masters is going to happen in April, as always, and Golf Talk Radio is getting a package deal together with the amazing Patrons Caddy. You might want to Google thepatronscaddy.com or just go to thepatronscaddy.com. But we've got a handful of people going. We'd love to get 8. I think we're at 5. If you want to go to one of the best trips ever, bucket list extraordinaire, give us contact us. We'll tell you more about it. Send you some more information. It's pretty impressive stuff, and the music's pretty cool. What's Mike laughing at now?
I said to Hop, I go, okay, you can start fading down the music. He goes, no.
Hop, I'm trying to. But the music just gives you
Oh,
goosebumps.
there he went louder.
Yeah, that's better, Hop.
That's better, Hop. Thank you.
Find the copy where they have the words to the song.
So,
Okay, Hop.
Thank you, Hop.
Thank you, Hop.
Yeah,
Wow.
I remember Dave said that a couple of years ago to us. He
Do
goes,
they have
there's,
words to
there's
that
actually
song?
words
Yes.
to the song.
Dave Loggins wrote it. Uh-huh.
Jim Nance didn't write it?
Does Jim Nance sing it?
No, Jim Nance, no. Dave Loggins
You know,
sings it.
we'll have let's the 4 of us do a little song. We'll get the words and we'll sing the song. That'll be rocking.
That'd be cool.
That'd be real good.
That would be like Golf Talk TV.
Yes.
And
Right, I would do that. I would
And
do that.
before we jump into rules, because that's my favorite topic, thank God we have Dave and Nikki here for that. I just now, it's when I've been 35, 40 years in the golf business, just getting used to the first rules set, right?
Well, you know,
Finally got those suckers figured out.
that's
Funny.
the funny thing. I was thinking this morning. It's like, okay, these are pretty major changes.
These are big
you,
changes.
You play
Oh.
golf on the 31st of December. You go to bed. You get up. You play golf the next day, and you've got to totally rethink what you're doing on the golf course.
only if the rules come. Only if a rule applies.
Like dropping.
Because if
You can't drop from
you
the
hit
shoulder
fairway
anymore.
Greens, you hit fairway greens. You don't even have to worry about a rule. Well, that's not true. You can fix bike marks,
Exactly.
right? And now you can leave the
You
flag
leave
in
the
the hole.
flag in the hole.
So you're right. It's 2 different rounds of golf,
It's 2 different rounds of golf.
and there's no hazards.
And there's no how you
Hazards
can
are
ground your club.
gone.
I mean, you're there. All of a sudden, you're looking and you're thinking, "Wait a minute. Can I ground my club or not?" I mean, which rule?
So you can
is
ground
it?
your club now because there's no hazard.
Yes,
In a penalty area,
yes.
you can ground
That's
your club.
awesome. I like
And you can
that.
drop out of a bunker.
You can,
Which
and
you
you can
couldn't
pick
before.
up. You can pick up stones out of a
Whoa.
bunker
Yeah,
now.
loose impediments you can
Didn't
take
even
out.
think of that
You
one.
can take rocks out of the
You can move squirrels.
Yeah.
You can,
Yeah,
Different
leaves.
squirrels, you can move them out
Squirrels,
of
you
the
just have to
bunker.
go, get out of here.
But if it's a dead squirrel,
Oh, ew. That's a dead
well, we
impediment.
talked about that one.
So the video for the ladies club at Pass Rebels Golf Club a couple weeks ago, there's a really good video on YouTube. I'll see if I can find it. But they do. It's all visual, and they've got a guy actually and a gal playing out like they're playing golf, and they did the bunker one.
Mm-hmm.
And what was really cool is you take it out of the bunker, you just have to keep the point between you and the
like we used to
flag.
drop out of
Like
a
we used to
hazard.
drop out of the hazard, and then it goes, and it's a 2-stroke penalty. And I was like, oh wow.
Well, what
That's-
if you're buried in the bunker and you're
That's-
thinking you're going to take 6 swipes at it,
Hey,
right?
I know,
you get
but
the
I
thing
was-
out of there.
but-
Take a drop.
Some people can't get a ball out of a bunker.
that's right.
Thump, 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 thump.
right? But I was thinking like that's
That's a huge rule.
that's a complete deviation when you
Yeah.
think about hazards in general. Always
Yeah.
one stroke.
Well, we can't even use the word hazard anymore.
No,
That's the weirdest thing.
Right.
Well, you're in a hazard. No, you're in a what do they call it, Dave? You're in a penalty
Wait,
area.
you
Penalty
use
You're
area.
in a penalty area now.
yeah. Don't use that word.
Can't use that H
Don't
word.
You're gonna be fined every time you use that word.
And leaving the flag in is going to be one of the weirdest things for me because we've always, you know,
Right.
who takes the flag out, and if you leave it in, it's
Well,
it's just a strange.
I was at the club the other day, and a guy mentioned that rule, and I said, "I don't think so." And he said, "No, really."
It's
and I
it,
said,
yeah.
"No, it's got to be like the out of bounds rule, where it's optional with the committee that they can drop, and it's
You thought it'd be a
one-
local rule.
a local rule." And he said, "No." I said, it's just so against what the USGA has done for." I said, "I'll tell you what, I'll bet every nickel I got in my pocket right now."
Hope you only had 4 nickels.
No, I had about 60, 70 bucks on it. And he
that'll
said,
teach you, Dave.
"No, don't worry about it." I said, "Well, no, I don't want to bet you. I'm just saying, I just don't see it happening." And he walked away, and
you would've lost.
And I looked it up. I went, "Holy
Yeah,
cow!"
and it's
Yeah.
amazing because even we mentioned DeChambeau.
DeChambeau, huh?
He said, and you know how he's scientifically thinking, he's going to check the COR, how the ball bounces off, how fast it
and
bounces.
you know he will.
And of course he will, because he will leave it in for 2-3 footers because you can use
Yeah.
it. And most of the time, we used to say the pin never helped a good shot. I mean, we used to all say that. I'll take it out. Never
Sure
helped
helps
a good
bad
shot.
ones a lot of the time.
It'll help a lot of bad shots, but it sure would help little putts if it can. It's going to
that little 3-footer. yeah.
absolutely. And he said he'll leave it. It's going to look so weird.
It's going to be
They're
really
going to walk
weird.
up and tap in when the flag's
Yeah,
still in there. They're going to walk in
exactly.
and tap in and the flag's still in there. Now, hit it too fast, it could bounce out if the COR is too fast. So the tour's going to have to figure out some fast COR.
Oh, I'm sure he's
Right.
going to have a little machine which is going to pull.
Well, they're going to have to put the same flags in every hole.
are you
The
guys
tour,
gonna
right?
Are you guys gonna leave the flags in when you putt?
I don't
no,
know.
I'm not.
I've done it with tap-ins before, just goofing around.
See, I can't.
You know, that's what I'm saying. That's going to be
I
the
might
hardest
if I'm
thing.
a really
Slower.
long way away. If you're 50, feet away,
You don't
I
have
might
You don't have
leave
good
it in
mic
for that.
putts. But you can now. That's what I'm saying.
You can.
And that's one of the reasons they're doing it, for space of play. You can hit it up there without having
Yeah.
to go get the flag and come
Right.
back.
Right.
Get the
especially
ball.
if two guys got long
Yeah,
putts.
you bet.
Right.
I remember that.
And
in the
then
old days.
spike marks, which is almost a thing of the past because they're rubber spikes, but they still make some marks.
Yeah.
You know, the metal spike marks were crazy when we grew up. There were spike marks everywhere. And if you were fortunate to be one of the last groups through an event,
almost like
it
little
was
bushes.
little trees growing.
And they're
But
green.
that can all be prepared, ripped out, and fixed.
Yeah.
And that's just weird. And pitch marks you can anyways, but it's just you can fix any damage.
Foot
Yeah,
mark.
like when the deer goes rushing across the green and
Hoof
leaves
marks.
their big hoof marks.
Yeah. That's fine. That's,
Or a cow.
yeah. Or in some places, a
Or a
moose.
buffalo.
That happened at Avalon.
Now, if you're playing in the
Rhinoceros.
Indian,
We had a cow at Avalon.
Oh, did
We
you
played
have a
down
cow?
number 3.
the Calcutta International, you can have an elephant walk across.
Yeah.
Those are big marks.
Yeah. Or alligators in Florida.
The Calcutta International.
You played in it, haven't you?
What's that?
Was that India? Oh, it wasn't you.
No, it
That's
wasn't
right.
me.
Did they have a Calcutta?
No, they call it
In
the
Calcutta?
They call it the San Francisco.
See, I just can't. I have visions of past shots I've hit where it was either chips or pitches, and the ball hit the pin, and it just like went thud, and then it sat on the edge of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Or it bounces like a foot away.
How about the
And,
ones
like,
that go
I don't want that
zinging off?
there.
Well,
like
it's-
I don't. You know what I mean? I don't like.
Yeah,
I just.
it does-
Trevino always said, pin never helps a good
Yeah,
shot.
that's what he says.
Yeah.
Some believe it ever helps a good shot. I think in this case it might, depending on, it could help
the
it
core
easily. Could help a couple putts.
Or the
man.
diameter of
Two
the
for-
pin, I
Yeah.
guess. Because the new pins,
Yeah.
the fiberglass,
That's-
are a lot narrower than the old
That's a really good point.
steel or aluminum.
So
whatever
the
they were.
tour's going to have to really pick maybe consistent pins, or otherwise you're right. There's teams out there measuring COR on every flag stick to leave it in or not.
Can you
But it's
imagine?
just going to be weird to watch it on TV, seeing somebody put in a
She's
3-footer
got a little
with the flag in
7-footer.
it.
There's no specification rules on pins now. Huh?
No, that's why, and they're different in all the golf courses,
Yeah.
and some are depending on how the weather is, with, different materials are light and
Yeah.
windy places are heavier.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if that's up to the golf course.
I think height is the only
7
thing.
foot?
7
8 foot?
foot?
7 foot?
7 foot, yeah.
But
Where in Europe, I think it's 5.
that's why you always think you're further away than you really are.
That's why they use the little ball, I guess. I don't know.
And Marion uses the wicker basket.
I had no
Yeah,
idea
that's
that the
cool.
pins in Europe were shorter.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
didn't know
the
that.
golf ball used to be smaller.
Well, yeah, I knew that, but I
That
didn't know the
was fun.
pins. That's weird.
And it's because you look so far away. Look how small that pin is, man. I must be 30 yards further away than I am.
That's so funny.
So now and rangefinders are going to be able to use. There's something to do
And
with
it's okay to use rangefinders.
And the ball moving on the putting green, with player
Yeah.
sets up.
This one, so I have
That one I
It
really like.
The damaged club one kind of bugs me.
Yeah. So what's that one, Dave? So
Well, the old rule was if you damage your club in normal course of play, it used to be, you could replace it or have it repaired during the round. Now, you may not have, no matter how it was broken, you may not have it replaced unless another player broke it.
and I do you think it goes again with I think almost all of these, if you look deep into them,
Speed
how
of
the
play?
speed of play.
Yeah.
So if you bust your driver and you're going to go back and get another driver from your trunk, right, or you have you run your caddy,
Or
who's
have
going to go
somebody
get someone's
get-
going to
yeah.
go get you. They don't want to waste that time.
I guess so. I don't know. That one just
But
doesn't
you start
seem
with
right.
14 and you break one, you end with 13.
Yep.
So that's and like you just who was a gentleman that
What
just broke
happened
this?
with John Senden?
Well, he whiffed the ball.
Yeah, but after he broke it, was he out of driver?
No,
or
he-
did
well,
he
those
replace
rules
it?
haven't
That
kicked
rules
in yet.
haven't changed
Okay,
yet.
but
So
did he
probably-
have another
I
driver
bet he
with
did.
him?
I don't know.
Well, I bet he did because it was first tee too. He probably had to have him go back.
Was
to-
that on the first tee?
Sure looked like it in the video. I mean, there was all he could,
I don't know.
So what was that? That was sent in? Was he the one who swung in the hand?
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
broke inside the
Shaft-
handle? The
shaft.
shaft?
Well, no, the shaft
Yeah.
broke under his hand.
So he-
in the hand, in
and he
the
got
grip.
stabbed with. He got stabbed. He missed the ball
And penalized.
and then he got penalized, and they counted a whiff.
It's a good day.
Oh, I
That's
didn't
just
hear.
wrong.
That is not a good day.
I didn't hear all that.
That's just
I
wrong.
heard that it snapped in the handle.
Yeah.
So which one of these rules are you for? Is there any that you like?
I like the one I have in my hand.
All right, what you
I
got?
like-
What's
It
Mike
says
got?
no penalty for moving a ball in the putting green.
Yeah, I like that one
Yeah.
too.
Current rule under Rule 18-2, if a player or opponent accidentally causes player's ball to move anywhere on the course, there's a one-stroke penalty unless one of several exceptions applies. 2019 rule, there will no longer be a penalty if a player or opponent accidentally causes ball's player to move on the putting green. The substance of this rule change has already been implemented as of one. Oh, that was actually yeah.
Well, they had to because there was all those people
Right.
calling in with
Yeah,
the problem.
yeah.
right.
And the key word on that is accidentally.
And remember,
Right.
and that's after they set up and grounded their club. Remember, they had to get into
as soon as
position
that
and club
club
grounded.
touched the ground, yeah.
So that
Yeah.
changed because you could, but some of them was a DJ or
So
something.
here's-
Yeah,
the
it
ball
was
barely
DJ.
moved. I mean, you
Yeah.
couldn't even see it with the naked
Yeah,
eye. The
yeah.
camera saw it, and they penalized.
So
it.
reasons for change. The shape, slope, and condition of many putting greens today increase the chances of a ball at rest on the putting green to move, and it can be difficult to determine whether a player caused the ball to move or whether the ball was moved by the wind or other natural causes. When a ball moves while the player is doing nothing more than taking normal actions to prepare for a stroke, it can seem unfair for the player to be penalized. Most ball move situations occur on the putting green, involve minimal movement of the ball, frequently occur when the player is taking reasonable actions to prepare for the stroke. Therefore, these considerations were taken into place with the adjustment of the rule.
It's not like they get some big advantage,
No.
if it moves.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you guys a question. And Nikki, you're the expert. They said there's no such thing as the words hazards anymore. That we're going to, because it says the broader use of penalty areas will be allowed. So the term hazard will no longer be used in the USGA rules. What's a bunker?
A bunker,
Right now, it's a hazard.
it's
a
a
bunker.
hazard.
So what? It's just a bunker. Can you ground your club?
You can ground your club, but not behind the ball. You can ground your club.
Can you take practice swings?
With the new rule?
No, you
That's what I was
cannot
trying-
take practice swings because they're afraid that if people take practice swings, they're going to be throwing sand all over the green with the practice swing.
Because it used to be a penalty. Once you set up and you kept your club above the sand and you brushed it going backwards in your swing, you were penalized.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that I thought that was ridiculous too.
Yeah,
man.
I agree.
Because it could be it could be a little
And
higher
you do
behind
get
the
some
ball.
Yeah.
bad positions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does that change? Are you good if you brush the
You're
sand?
good. I think you're good. You don't have to worry about that. But you can also take rocks out of the bunker.
Yeah,
So
you-
if you have a rock in front of, or leaves, or a dead squirrel, or whatever it is, you can move that stuff now, where you couldn't before,
So
which was crazy.
a bunker is not included a penalty area. It's not. Well, actually, it could be because Mike, you said you can take it out of there with a penalty.
Yeah, two
So maybe a
strokes.
bunker is a
Well,
penalty
Maybe
area.
it
you've
is.
always
Optional
been able
pen-
to take it out with a penalty.
No, you could take it unplayable. You had to leave it in the bunker. You couldn't take it out of the bunker.
You couldn't
wait a
take
minute,
it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
You could take it. You could prove you're live, but you couldn't remove it out of the bunker. Yeah.
Margaret would like that rule.
Yes, Margaret. I think they should call that the Margaret rule. Remember her? She was so funny. After 3 or 4 little splashes of sand, the ball come flying out with her hand.
Remember the first time? Remember the first time we saw her do it when we were all
Oh
playing
my
together,
God,
and
it's dying.
then we saw her go in the bunker, so we would all stop and just and many times she's in the bunker, you couldn't see her, and we'd stop and look and see if we could catch the ball being flying out of the bunker, but you couldn't see her hand. So you're like, you'd come out and we go,
Good shot,
"Hey, nice
Margaret."
shot, Margaret, good job!" But she's really throwing it out of the bunker. God, that's so funny.
She was hilarious.
So funny.
So that one's good. I like
Let's
that
take a
one, I
break
guess.
and we'll come back with more. Is
So
that
we
cool?
should take a break from the rules. So let's break.
break and we'll come
Does
back.
it say
with
anything
more.
about breaks?
No, there's no more breaks.
What about underneath the handle of your driver?
It breaks. So we'll talk about break after the break.
It's broken.
I got the break. Golf
Cracks
Talk
me up.
Radio with Mike and Millie, brought to you by Slick Sticks, your winning combination with Dave Schimantel and Slick Sticks, your key to better golf. Clubs, grips, repairs, adjusting loft and lies. Get a hold of Dave at 805-598-9993. Slicksticks.com. We use him. I use him for everything. He repair a lot of clubs, a lot of broken shafts. We're talking about these
I got
broken
3
shafts.
in my truck. Right.
I know.
Actually, 4 in my truck. 3 for you.
Yeah. So if you guys, I know a lot of people out there do break the shafts on their clubs, whether it's on purpose or not. Dave can help you out. 805-598-9993. We'll be right back. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy on the Golf Talk Radio Network.